Sanibonani, beautiful people. Welcome to the first ever podcast called Africans Living Abroad with me, Thenjiwe, and my dear friend,
the one and only Msindos. How are you doing?
I am very good. I'm excited to be doing this podcast. It's something that we have been thinking about, that we have talked about. And the reason we are doing this podcast is because as Africans who have left the continent to come and live abroad, we don't really have a voice that tells our story, that tells our struggles. And this podcast is not just for us who are already here, but also for people who are planning to leave Africa and come abroad, because we don't want them to go through the same struggles that we went through.
Absolutely. And we went through a lot. There's a lot to talk about.
We want people to know that where the grass is greener, it's because the bills are higher.
That's right.
And sometimes it's greener because it's fake grass.
Thank you. That's absolutely true, Thenjiwe. That's absolutely true.
Yeah. And on this first episode, we're just going to introduce ourselves, our background, our stories, what brought us to the various places where we live. I currently live in England, and also does my friend Msindos. We both live in England, but we have lived in other countries outside of Africa. So please do make sure that you share this podcast and you share it with as many people as you can, those who are still back home in Africa and those who have come abroad, because we would also like to hear from everyone. Maybe they have a solution for the problems that we are going through, problems that we have gone through, and we will be addressing a lot of different issues. And but as I said, let us introduce ourselves. Msindos.
Okay, my name, as I said earlier, I am Msindos. I am well known as a radio presenter as well as an event organizer. Yes, I've been in the UK for so many years, but we're going to go to that a bit later. How about you?
I am Thenjiwe. I am a stand-up comedian and an actress. And I live in the UK in a little town called Woking. I've been here for a little too long, much longer than I anticipated I would live here. But we will get there. Msindos, what made you leave home and when did you leave home?
Oh my God. Okay. It wasn't my choice. I left South Africa with my parents. I would say, I'm not going to tell you how old I was because people start calculating, to know how old I am right now. So let's just put it this way. I left the country before Nelson Mandela was released from prison.
That's a long time ago.
That is a long time ago. And when we left, we didn't come straight to England. We went to Switzerland first because that's where my grandfather was, because he was in exile at the time. And then we stayed there in Geneva for about 8 months, and then we came to the UK.
So you left South Africa during the height of apartheid?
Yeah. It was really, I I did everything before I came here. So I know the struggle, because a lot of people say, oh, no, you don't know how we didn't struggle. You didn't run down the streets with us. I actually did. So I remember very well.
So it wasn't your choice. It was just parents telling
you. Parents saying that, okay, we don't want to be here. This is not good for you. We don't want you to grow up here. They also want us to study abroad. So because I'm the only child, so it's just the three of us, my mom and dad and myself. And then that's how I ended up here. Unfortunately, my dad died in 1998 while he was studying his master's in economics. And he was ready. We were all ready to finish and go back home. So unfortunately, when he died, mom stayed for couple of years later. She just couldn't handle it. She decided to go back home. So I stayed here, have kids here. So this is my home, basically. Even when I go back home, I'm more like a foreigner in my own land, because, when I was here, I stayed 10 years straight without leaving the country at all. And when I went back, everything's just changed completely.
10 years, was that by choice or was it an immigration problem?
So, okay, let's put it this way. When you come here, a lot of people who've never been abroad, I think this is why we're doing the podcast. People need to understand, when you come abroad, it's not like you're just going to get a passport and that's it. It's going to be happy days. There are processes they have to go through. So we were lucky when we left, we didn't need a visa at all. So we just came straight from Switzerland. We came here. So obviously at that time we were taken as refugees because South Africa was the way it was during apartheid. So we had to stay until they fixed our papers before we can move out. So yes, it wasn't by choice. We had to stay.
Oh, I miss those days when South Africans could just come
Oh
to
my
the
God,
UK
it was
without a
so
visa.
easy. It was so easy. Then everything changed. Everything changed. So yeah.
So if you left home before Nelson Mandela was out of prison, it means you left home before all the changes took place.
Absolutely. I mean, let me tell you something. When Mandela was released, it was something I can't even explain. We were watching TV and everybody was crying. I mean, it was madness seeing Black South Africans. They were so happy because if you remember, people waited for him for a very long time. So the bars, you could tell the bars were just amazing. It was good to watch on TV. I wish I was there, but unfortunately I was already here. Even when Kwaito was coming on board, I didn't know about anything. All the artists that came, Bomshaga, this is something that I was watching on TV. So a lot of things changed while I was here.
Your story is very interesting. Before I get to my story and how I got here, you left South Africa when it was a really segregated South Africa, so you would not have ever lived or went to school with white people in South Africa.
Absolutely not. And this is the reason why my dad wanted us to leave, because at that time there was Bantu education. He realized that it wasn't something that he wanted for me, because no matter how educated you were as a Black person from Bantu education, you find that maybe your English is not as good. And we were a joke to other people because they didn't understand what was going on. They said, how can you not speak English? Not understanding that the situation in South Africa, it's either we were divided. It's the African, the Blacks, we had their own schools, the whites, the Indians. So it was really, really bad at that time. So yeah, that's the time I left.
And you were still in school?
I was in school.
So you went from 100% Bantu education, Black teachers, Black schools in Black townships, straight to here.
Yeah.
White schools.
Yep.
In a white country.
Yep. And it wasn't easy. I mean, it was really funny because I was looked at as a typical African, because when I left South Africa, I thought, okay, I'm going to be one of those girls, getting it. But when we got here, it was a bit difficult. Not that bad because I'm very friendly, so it wasn't too bad. But some people used to come to me, some kids asking me stupid questions, like, do you have school? Do you live in the trees? And all that nonsense at the time, So that was a bit difficult, because at that time, the Jamaicans, they were the it people of the UK as Black people. So we were always looked down upon all the time, being Black, being an African, so we had to mingle with our own. This is when I found my identity by looking for other Africans, because there were not many South Africans here at that time. There were very few South Africans. Even when we had parties, we knew who to invite. We knew that, okay, there's a party there with South African, and it was always South Africans and Zimbabweans, because there were more than us. And then from there, I realized that there's Nigerians, there's Ghanaians, so we kept on our own, and the Jamaicans did their thing. So that's how it was.
I remember when I first moved in here, I found the hard way that Jamaicans did not regard us as one of them.
Exactly. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
So many stories
from your accent, from everything, they didn't. I don't know. I think I wouldn't say I don't know. I think it was just the stereotype that was put in them. It wasn't their choice, because every time they show Africa, you know how they do it. They show the worst parts of Africa. They show children with bogey running down the mouth and everything else. So they never have seen that side of Africa. So every time you were questioned, how did you get here? Because for them it was just impossible. From Africa, South Africa, that is so far away. Did you come by car? How did you manage to get here?
As a South African, the funniest thing is that people don't even know South Africa as a country.
Exactly.
They think it's just a geographical location. You tell them I'm from South Africa, they say, which country?
Exactly. It's true.
And did you go through I have a friend
yes.
that you might know.
Yes.
She's from Ghana.
Yes, exactly. They didn't understand at all. Or they would say, oh, I have a friend who lives in Nigeria. I'm South African. I don't know any Nigerian. I just came with my parents, for God's sake. I don't know anyone. So yeah, it was interesting. I wouldn't say everything was bad. The experience was amazing. There was a buzz. Especially when you say you're South African, oh my God, you know, you had a free ticket everywhere you went, everywhere. It was quite good. It was really good.
Oh, that's really good. With me, I first went to America, my first time leaving South Africa to go to any country, was going to America. And the reason was I had just finished university. I studied drama in Durban. And then the thing at home was to then go to Johannesburg, which is like our Hollywood, to get jobs. But I didn't realize that in order to live in Johannesburg, you need to pay a lot of rent and you need to have money to be able to attend auditions. And I quickly learned the hard way that Johannesburg was not really the life I wanted. I couldn't afford to live in decent places. I remember at the time that living in Yeoville was the thing. And I lived in Yeoville with friends. It was too much partying. And I thought to myself, I remember my grandmother used to work as a cleaner in hotels and she would bring newspapers home all the time. I used to sell them for a living. I used to go to the men's hostel and the women's hostel to sell the newspapers. And I made a lot of money.
Wow.
Because we, like Africa, we invented recycling. People here think they came up with the idea of recycling. We did. Because one newspaper that someone has read will be used as a tablecloth, clean windows, would be used to play games, would be used to do so many things. Toilet paper.
Toilet paper. Yes.
So I would go and sell them in the poorest areas because they would buy it to do all these multiple things with it, and I would have my cash. And then I got to the habit of reading. And those newspapers were not newspapers meant for black people. They were newspapers written for white people. So I got the information that wasn't meant for us through reading those newspapers. And I found out about the au pairing program.
Right,
where they were encouraging white kids to finish school. And at the time, because black kids were starting to go to these former white universities.
Right.
So they were having programs that helped white children to leave the country and go overseas. And one of those programs was being an au pair. I didn't even understand what being an au pair was. So when I was in Joburg, that thought came back. I was like, there's this program I learned about. Quickly did the research and then I applied. So I went to America as an au pair. First time on the flight. And I remember I was late, as we are. Well, I wasn't late. I was on African time.
Yeah.
African time, you're never late. And you know us South Africans, when we say I'm around the corner, it means I'm just getting up.
Exactly.
When we say I'll be there now, it means I'll be there in 2 hours.
Exactly.
When we say I'll be there now, it means I'm getting in the car.
And that's true. That's very true.
So, number one, I was late. I had the wrong ticket. The agency at the time, I can't remember the agency we used, but I had picked up the wrong ticket. So there was this white little girl panicking that I had her ticket. But eventually we got on the flight from Durban to Johannesburg. And when we got to the Johannesburg airport, it was the bigger flight. I was excited. Got on the flight. I'm like, this is me. Looked and I turned left. I saw nice, beautiful seats. I sat, had a bottle of water, feet up. And then this white lady walked in and said, this is my seat. Hey, me. We are in the New South Africa. You can't tell me what to do now.
Okay.
Your time has gone.
Yes.
I gave a proper attitude before she showed me a ticket. I didn't realize that they assigned seat numbers and I was sitting on business class.
Oh, my God.
So the walk of shame, going back.
Everybody looking at you.
To my economy seat, after being so big-mouthed.
Yes.
And I had a friend whose mom used to say, you know those clothes that they bring from overseas?
Yes.
So her mom used to get those clothes, the clothes that the British and American people send home to donate for the poor.
Yeah.
They end up with the rich who sell it to the poor.
Exactly. That is true. That is very true.
So her mom used to have that business. So she had some beautiful fur coats. Like proper winter stuff. And they knew I was going overseas. So she gave me all those nice, beautiful fur coats. It was June when I left and it was cold in South Africa. So I had on my beautiful fur coats. It was suede and fair.
Wow. Yeah.
And then, long story, ended up... we arrived in New York. I put on my coat. I'm ready to get off the flight. It was hot. I didn't realize that we had different seasons.
Wow.
I didn't I was like, if it's this cold in South Africa, it must be even colder.
Colder, yeah.
Where I'm going. I didn't realize it was summer. I didn't bring any summer clothes.
Oh my God.
I only had my best winter clothes from overseas. And if there's anyone who's listening who donates such things to Africans. We do not need blankets and jackets. Next time, please donate your iPhones. We need Wi-Fi. We need things we can use. And so I got to America in my proper American winter clothes. But it was nice. It was a good time. But I didn't realize that, number one, I was looking forward to seeing and meeting real Black Americans.
Yeah.
And I thought the hair was their own
I
hair.
know. You know what? It's so true. You know, I also have a story about leaving the airports, leaving South Africa for the first time because I've never been on the plane. So my parents used to fly from Durban to Johannesburg because my dad loved football very much. So if there was a match, they would go. So for them, it was not a big deal. But for me, first of all, let's just put it, I didn't want to come. I just didn't want to leave. A teenager. I now have a boyfriend. Okay. So all of a sudden we're going abroad. And at that time, the word that was used was overseas. So my mom was like, don't tell anyone. You can't tell people. This is big news. You know, African mothers, don't repeat this. You know, just.
They will use juju.
You know, yeah, don't say anything. So me being excited, I'm telling my boyfriend I'm going abroad, overseas and all that. And he was like, so when are you coming back? I was like, I don't think I'll be coming back. Maybe after 20 years. I don't know. Just saying, you know. So, I mean, it was a set time for us both leaving. Obviously, as a teenager, you think you're in love. You're going to marry that person. Duh. Anyway, as we're leaving, so we left from Durban to Johannesburg. My parents had friends in Joburg. So we went and dropped our luggage. And then, being Africans, we never flew out of the country. We go back. Usually they give you 2 hours in between while you're waiting for flights because there's a lot going on, you know. So they decided we go back. I don't know where in Joburg. It was my first time in Johannesburg. We go back and I think it was an hour away.
Oh, no.
They're there, they were cooking, we're eating and everything. And then my dad looked at the time. I think it was just maybe an hour left or something, if not. So it's going to take us an hour to drive back again. We get the airport is huge, you know, like, oh my God, you know, Johannesburg airports. I mean, we got there, our names were called. The three of us. I'm like, oh my God. And we're running. Everybody's like, and it's only white, mind you. They're not black people. It's just us running. And I'm looking at the plane out there. It was Swiss Air. I remember very well. It was huge. I mean, I was, oh my God, what is going on here? We're running, we go there. My dad is holding our passports. They're giving us, and I remember the lady at the airport having an attitude saying, no, that's not yours. That's not yours. Instead of her just letting us through. I mean, it's the three of us. We're leaving the country for God's sake, you know? And then finally we got in. When we got in, everybody was just looking, you know?
These latecomers.
Africa, what do they think? Where do they think they're going? Where did they get the money? They didn't say it, but you can tell. Yeah. The flight was so long to Geneva, and I was so uncomfortable. It was not a business class, okay? And being spoiled, being an only child, I have my own bed that I've left behind. Now I'm squeezing myself here. My mom still talks about this today, actually, because I was so upset. I couldn't stretch my legs. So isn't it, there's three people. So it's myself, my mom, and my dad. I want to put my legs on my mom. I'm turning, I want to sit the other side. My mom's like, no, Cindy, you need to sit properly. I'm like, I want to sleep. And it was quite a long journey. But when we landed, it was actually cold when we got there. And it was spectacular. The cleanliness. It was gorgeous. And the mountains, they had snow. It was, I can't explain it, but it was an experience for me. It was an experience.
With me, I don't even remember being uncomfortable. I was just excited. And it was better than being in a taxi or a Patco bus. Like, I didn't have a car at the time, so I was used to traveling 4x4 public transport.
Yes.
And so I don't remember, but obviously I had thought I was sitting on business class, so there was that sort of thinking. And that's when I told myself, I'm going to work hard. I'm only going to travel business class.
Yes, girl.
And so I get there, and then we did a week in New York, where they're teaching us about basically child minding and the laws in America, which are plenty. And then after the week, we go and see our respective families that we have come to work for. It was a black family. for me.
Okay.
I was so excited. Lovely family, both doctors. I got there. There was a bit of a disconnect. They were good-hearted people, good Christians, but they didn't understand Africa.
Were they African Americans?
They were African Americans. And I
Okay.
realized that they don't travel, and they don't travel to Africa, and the Africa they are shown on TV is not
It's not the
the
South Africa,
Africa
the
that
Africa
we
we
live
know.
in.
Exactly.
it's not the
Yeah,
Africa
it's
we
true.
live in. And I when they came to collect me from the airport, they were dressed in leopard skins, African drums. Oh, la, 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 yeah, yeah.
Are you serious?
I am telling you.
Because they were welcoming someone from Africa.
And when they are explaining the simplest things, and you can tell these people are trying to be nice, but it's so annoying, and you'd get their friends and they're asking you, so how come you can speak English? I got to a point where I would tell them, on my way here, the pilot was teaching me on the flight. Because obviously they don't think we have schools in Africa.
No.
And even if you tell them you have a degree, they just disregard it. They
Yeah,
don't-
it doesn't count.
doesn't count to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
And I got there. They would teach you things like, what is an ATM? It's a hole in the wall. Don't be afraid. It will bring out money.
God.
Like the most stupid things. You no longer have to sit on the floor. This is a chair.
Oh my God, no. Really?
Yeah,
That was bad.
it was. To a point where I had something that required me to go back home. I went back home. And when I came back, I had made some friends through living in America. They were living in New Jersey and Philadelphia. So they were like, when you come back here. And they were telling me how much they are earning for doing the same job. So when I went back there. And
Right.
long story short, I got it. It's an interesting story. So they got me a job as
Right.
a nanny. It was easy. A friend of mine had the job, but she had found something that was paying more. So she introduced me.
Okay.
And they had this trick. When you go for your job interview, you go with a friend. The friend will just pinch the child somewhere where the parents can't see. Child cries, and then you just comfort it. 'Cause you know where it's paining. And the parents will be like, oh, you are bonding so well. You are definitely the one for him. And that's how I got the job. And then it was a white family
funny.
this time. It was
Right.
my first time
Yeah.
living with white
With a-
people,
Wow.
living in a white area.
Wow.
And I tell you, it was the best time.
Wow.
They were lovely people. They were much more well-traveled. They understood Africa. They would even teach me things and places that I should go visit within my own country. And I was happier living with them. And for someone who had come from divided South Africa where different races didn't
Yeah.
get along,
Yeah.
it was my first experience of living in the same house with people who were not my skin color. And I tell you, I had a blast. I had a good time. They were lovely people. The children were very respectful. They were very lovely. And but it also exposed me
How?
to foreigners, to
Right.
African immigrants.
Right.
It exposed me to people who stayed there, like who were illegal immigrants. And I knew I didn't want to be like that.
Right.
Because I saw people losing their children, losing their parents, and not being able
Yeah.
to go back home because they
Yeah.
knew if they go, they cannot come back because
Yeah.
they had overstayed their welcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the family was willing to help me to get the right papers. There are various ways. That will be
Another
episode.
topic.
But I thought to myself, if I allow them, it means I am letting go of my dreams.
Right.
Because if they get me the papers, it means this is now a full-time commitment. I'm going to finish
Absolutely.
looking after their kids, and then I'll have to look after the children of their children.
Yeah, that is true.
I never like to have that kind of commitment and
Yeah.
relationship to anyone.
Yeah.
So then at the time, there was this program in England where they had, I think you had to be under 26, between 18 and 26.
Yeah, I
for,
remember that. Yeah.
UK holiday visa.
For 2 years.
Yeah.
Was it 2 years? Yeah, I
yes.
remember. Yeah.
So I went back home when my au pair visa expired. At the time, you got a year, but you could renew and make it 2 years. So I stayed
Right,
for 2 years
okay.
in America. Went back home, and the travel bug had bit me. I was Like, I do not belong
I
here
love this
anymore.
place. I love this kind of lifestyle, right?
Yeah. So I thought, let me just go do another 2 years in England,
Yeah.
collect more money. And to be honest, when I was in America, I wasted a lot of money sending home. That's a topic that we're going to have
Yep.
about how much money we make and how much money we send home. We send more than we make sometimes.
Absolutely.
You get exposed to having credit cards. You withdraw cash to send to people at home. I don't know how many people's weddings. Like, I'm like, you guys, how could you divorce? It's my money.
Yes.
It's my money. Like, I spent my money making sure you had a good wedding, and now you're getting divorced and you're not even calling me to get part of what you are dividing. And then I came here, and in my mind, I knew
Yeah.
it's either I do my 2 years and I leave, or I sort out the papers. And one of the easiest ways to get papers, get married.
Are you allowed to say that?
Of course.
But then,
convenience.
but I was gonna say that there are a
It's
lot of
legal.
people. There are a lot of people who found themselves in that situation. They did not marry for love, but they wanted their papers, and they get stuck. Some people get lucky; they know the deal. They go separate ways. Sometimes they get stuck. They have babies, and then the certain problem starts. So
any marriage can break up.
that is true, but then this is totally different. Okay, I want to go back to about white people. You said you lived white people and it was the happiest time. My situation, it was pretty difficult to accept white people because of the time I left South Africa, and I didn't even want to associate myself with white people, although I was in England. I'm in England, but I mean, it was very difficult because I thought all white people are just racist. You know, I really thought that, how am I going to leave here? Why did we leave South Africa? Because I don't understand what's going on. Even boyfriend, I couldn't have a white boyfriend because I didn't understand them. I thought they hated us, you know, so it was very difficult for me to adjust. But then as time went by, and then I realized that, okay, do you know what? They are actually good whites and there are bad whites. But then I also realized that at least South African whites, they tell you straight away they don't like you. You know where you stand.
Oh, the British will tell you to go to hell, and you actually pack your own luggage.
Exactly.
You look forward to the journey.
Exactly.
You realize when you get there,
yeah,
it was hell they were sending me to. Hey.
So it took a while for me to realize that. And my mom used to say, Cindy, just because somebody's smiling doesn't mean they mean it. Inside, they're not like that. And you tell a white friend something that is a secret. I think with them, you also have to say it's a secret, because if you don't say that, trust me, as soon as you leave that door, it's either they pick up the phone or they meet up with their friend, they're going to tell them your story, everything. And if they will pretend to like you, as soon as you shut that door, I couldn't wait for her to leave.
But I believe that happens with any race. It's just the type of friends. Because coming with an African mentality, the way we were introduced to whiteness and the way we were introduced to white people, number one, that we praise them religiously.
Yeah.
You look at white people, you think they are my ticket to heaven. Jesus is white.
They're good.
The employers are white.
Yeah.
So we come here and we assume that every white person is above us.
Yes.
And
yes.
sometimes we end up with the riffraffs.
It's true. Just because he's white.
I've learned to look at people by who they are, not the race. Like, if this person had my skin color, would they be my friend?
True.
Would I have anything in common with them?
True.
And it's taken time to learn that. But I must tell you, when I first came to England, I was so excited to see white people sweeping the streets. You don't see that.
Yeah, I was too, actually. We
they
took
cleaned
pictures.
The toilets. Let me go and do number 2. I only did number 1. It's a white person. I was so excited because we don't see that.
Yeah. I took pictures. I had to.
When I first landed in Heathrow, I remember they were working in construction. And I thought they were shooting a movie.
Really?
Because I was like, there's no way white people are out in the sun in their yellow construction vest. They're actually working. You don't see that where I come from.
Yes, it's true. It's true. It's very true.
And then you'll find a white cleaner coming to clean your house.
Your house, exactly.
And then you meet
white
people
babysit
who don't
for you.
speak English.
Yes.
Like, in Africa, we are told that English is a measure of intelligence. Like, if you don't speak English, you have no future. you have to learn to speak English.
Yeah, it's
and then
a
you come
must,
here,
yeah.
not only do British people, English people themselves speak with so many different accents, and some of them, they are English, they can't even write or spell their own English.
Exactly.
So it opened my mind
Yeah.
in so many ways,
Yeah.
and it erased a lot of the things that I was taught.
Yeah.
I've had to, I'm still in the process of unlearning, because I think that's very important for us, especially as Africans, to unlearn what we were told so that
Yeah.
we can make room to learn new things.
Exactly. I absolutely agree with you, because there's so many things, like even when you're growing up, if you behave a certain way, and then they will say, why people don't behave like that,
Yes.
and then you have this thing that you have to behave like a white person.
And if you have a house, it's like, oh, your house, it's nice. It's like a white person's house. Everything nice,
Like associated
with them.
exactly. So yeah. So this is us. This is our first show. It actually brings back a lot of memories, and I'm sure we've left some out, but I think we can carry on with more. I don't know, but or is there something else you want to say?
What I would like is for anyone who's listening to let us know what they would like to know from our experiences.
Right.
Like we welcome people's contributions, because this is not just our show. We are friends. We can just sit and over a glass of wine and talk about our experiences.
Absolutely.
But these are the things that we want to share.
Yeah.
So let us know, what do you want to know? Like maybe which countries you can visit without a visa, which visas are available for you if you want to go and work abroad. There's so many things. And in each episode, we're going to be discussing different things.
And most importantly, we need to know the experiences of people, because a lot of people, they didn't have the happy story that we have. Some people didn't have a happy ending, so there's quite a lot that we don't know about, or we've heard stories, you don't know whether they're true or not. So if we have people, not only in the UK, anywhere abroad, where you are and you're an African and you have a story to share, would like to hear from you.
And also, I don't want people to be scared off and start thinking, ooh, I don't want to go abroad, it's scary. There are so many wonderful things.
Absolutely.
There are so many wonderful things. Just leave your village now.
Absolutely.
Village.
And it's so nice to travel. Once you leave your country, you realize that there's a world out there. There's so many things you can learn. You can meet new friends. You can, there's so much you can do, So it's not like you can't just be standing in one place because I remember during apartheid, there was a slogan saying, I was born in Lamont, I'll die in Lamont, I'll get married in Lamont. You have to get out of that mentality. Leave your surroundings, leave your comfort zone, get out there. Then you realize, even now, I know I'm jumping to another subject, even now in South Africa, we're having a problem of South Africans who cannot accept foreigners because they have no understanding, because they've never left the country. They don't know what it means to be in somebody else's country.
Yes, and when it comes to things like that, I also blame our education, because for us to be Africans and calling each other foreigners, for me it's very taboo, because we didn't have all these borders. So we need to teach the correct history.
Yes.
And we need to be of understanding of who we are as Africans.
Absolutely.
And I always say, there are so many people, especially coming from South Africa, I know this as a fact, there are so many foreigners who come there, break the laws, who are there illegally, and who do things that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
But is it their fault, or is it the fault of those who are allowing them
Absolutely
to come? It's like the problem is with the authorities. Like here, there's so many illegal immigrants, but the crime rate is very low.
Yeah. The system
protects its people.
Absolutely.
And one of the things I had to learn hard here is, you cannot bribe the police. As a mom,
no way, no how. You will go to prison for
anything.
that. Yeah.
You're just like, but say, I'll buy you cold drink. Yeah. The
There's
police
no
do
such
not drink
thing.
Cold drink.
No, there's no cold drink.
They afford their own cold drink. They don't want your cold drink.
Exactly.
I had to learn the hard way.
Exactly. Even with jobs as well. It's not that you know somebody. You just apply because you qualify. And if they take you, it's because they think you deserve to be there.
For me, that's a big yes, but also it's accompanied by a no.
You think so? Why is that?
I feel like there are jobs, even professions that are reserved for people who look like me.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you.
that's true.
Yes,
In
you
that
will never
sense,
go
yes,
hungry.
yeah.
There will be jobs,
Yeah.
but then sometimes don't dream too much.
True. But then again, one might argue that why not? Let me dream. Maybe my dream might come true.
It might, and I know people who have like made like a success. People who came here with nothing, who've become millionaires. People who came with nothing, who are running big businesses.
Yeah.
Which I encourage, especially for Africans. There are so many spaces that need us. We need representation.
Absolutely.
In all fields, but I feel like there are certain professions like. And we will talk about this on a separate podcast.
Yeah.
Like doctors, yes, nurses, anything in the medical profession, social workers. But when it comes to like office work, when it comes to
even entertainment,
and yes,
they're not.
Even entertainment is very hard.
Yeah.
It's very, very hard. Because I remember when I first came, all I ever wanted was to be a performer. And you'd go for auditions. They just want you to be able to dance and sing. That's why you find out people in like The Lion King.
Yes.
And our accent doesn't allow us to play certain roles as well.
Yeah.
So you have to be realistic.
Yeah.
There are things that you cannot become
that's true.
when you are not in your
That is true. Like for example, if you're an actress or an actor from Africa, you can't come here and think you're gonna get a role in EastEnders. But definitely it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, they'll have to write a specific part
for you, you understand? And they need that accent. You can't all of a sudden they tend to be British and just be one of them. No, it doesn't work like that.
Do you ever get people who question how come you've been here for so long but you still don't
sound British. A lot.
I have a sister.
Yeah.
My sister. I hope she listens to this. And comment if you are listening. My sister, you know yourself. She came to visit me.
Yeah.
Actually, she came to meet the Queen.
Right. Okay.
She came to meet the Queen on a special occasion.
Okay.
And so she was here. She arrived on a Thursday and left on a Monday.
Wow.
So she was here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday she left.
Wow. Okay.
With a British accent.
No, stop it. Please.
Everything.
Listen.
When I was in London.
Please. Listen. Listen, this is the thing. Yeah, this topic is very important because I get that a lot. First of all, my family, my parents, it was always Zulu in the house. There's no way. You go out there, you speak you can speak English. When you come home, you have to make sure that you speak the language. And for me at that time, even now, it was not a big deal because I've always been proud of being an African. So maintaining my accent, I'm very proud of it. I have no problem with it, and I'm very comfortable with it. So I really, if they do ask, I'm like, okay, I'm just unique. And to be honest, though, it's actually people that are found here, very few South Africans that are found here who are at my age group, they actually have the same accent, like South African accent. So I don't know, maybe, okay, I can explain mine, but I don't know. I would love to hear from them. I've got a few people, you guys, you know who you are. I don't want to mention your names. If you do listen, I would like to know, why did you keep your accent? Is it something that was forced or you decided just to keep the accent, But it's never been a problem for me. I'm very happy the way I sound. I mean, you can hear me right now. I mean, come on.
It's the same with me. I've always taken my accent as part of my identity.
Absolutely,
as part of who I am. And I have had some people with the accent. And it's actually funny because I'm Zulu. That's my home language. And I've had people try to speak Zulu with a Zulu accent. It sounds stupid.
It's horrible.
And just like I've had some people who, and especially if you came here at a certain age.
Come on now.
You can try now.
Please.
But we
not
can always
work.
pick up. And it's funny. And some people will laugh at them behind their back.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because they try so hard,
And I was brought up with the mentality that even if you take a stick and put it in water, it will never turn into a fish.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter where you go in the world, you will never become them.
No,
but it
absolutely
will always
not.
give you that uniqueness
Yes.
to be yourself.
Yes. Yes.
To remain as yourself.
Yes.
And as much as, and for me also, I come from a background where we speak English if we are getting paid.
Yeah.
Like English is a job language.
Yes.
You are going
yes.
to,
Yes. Exactly. My dad actually, he had a typical South African accent. He sounded like Mandela. He had that accent, and actually they were calling him Mandela because he sounded like him. He actually looked kind of like him. So, and I used to ask him, Dad, how do you feel? Because his accent was really strong. I mean, really, really strong. It's like, I'm South African. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know, like, this is who I am.
And
They can listen to Mandela, right? The whole world loves him with that accent. So let me just keep it.
And isn't it funny how we have so many people who go to places like India to study, especially our doctors, they go and study, and IT people, they never come back with an Indian accent.
No. It's not the language,
you
I guess.
were in India for 7 years, but they don't come back speaking like this. But they come to Britain for 2 weeks. And their accent has
even
changed.
a year, 1 year, and then people be like, and do you know what? When you're British, you say water. It sounds British, but when you like me, like I said, water, it sounds funny because
Like
it's
there's a
being
letter
forced.
missing.
You understand? Because you have another language. You have your mother tongue. I speak Zulu as well. So before English, I was speaking Zulu. And I still speak Zulu. My kids speak Zulu. Everybody, people around me speak Zulu.
And people find it sexy when the Italians
Or French.
or the French.
Yes. It's sexy, But it is sexy though, the French one. I like it.
Hey, it's just that Zulu, sometimes it sounds violent.
Let me tell you a quick story about when I was in Switzerland. So we decided to take a walk just to explore the country. So it was just the three of us, my mom, my dad, and myself, as we were walking because we were just so fascinated by these mountains because they were white, yeah. So we got lost. We don't know how to get back. We don't speak French. We don't have mobile phones. There were no mobile phones at that time, remember? So anyway, as we were walking, Dad keep stopping people. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Do you know nobody stopped? Nobody. Until my mom said, you know what? Just forget English. Just say it in your language. Just say it in Zulu.
Yeah, they would respect you more.
Do you know what? My dad did that. They stopped. I couldn't believe it. They're like, where's that from? Like, what do you want to go? And then my dad was like pointing and everything. They gave us directions. Why? Because he spoke in Zulu.
Yeah.
I was like,
and they
whoa.
do give you an attitude. When
They
you
do.
speak
Oh no,
English.
they do. So yeah, that was fascinating. It was really fascinating.
And overall, do you regret coming here? If you had to do things all over again, would you still come?
You know what? It's debatable. It's another episode. I'm in between. I'm grateful that my parents brought me here at a very young age because I would say, and I always say that I think I was saved because before I left, it was AIDS was just beginning. People were dying, So at that time, a young, beautiful girl, boys already following me. And when you're confused, you're young, you're starting this dating thing, you don't know what the hell's going on. Nobody's telling you about the condom or anything like that. I always, because this is the true story. There were cars stopping for me already. When I'm coming from school, there's a car. Or they will send a child, they come and call the girl that lives there.
And it was the sugar daddy.
It was the sugar daddies. I didn't even know who they were, And luckily, my dad was very strict. I was not allowed to just galavant anyhow. I never played outside with other kids. I was always told to go watch the movies. I used to go and watch these Indian movies, by scope, they called them back then. So my dad was very strict, and I'm grateful for that. So coming here, I think I was saved because a lot of people that I know died. And a lot of people in South Africa died of AIDS. A lot, So in that sense, I always say I was protected. And being here, learning new things, being exposed at a very young age, I'm very grateful for that. Getting education here, I'm very grateful for that. Although there has been ups and downs, as you grow up, things change, your life change. So yeah, I'm really grateful. My kids are both born here, So this is, like I said earlier on, this is my home. So I'm very grateful. Although I do miss South Africa every single day, even when I was doing events for my people, it has always something associated with South Africa because I miss it so much. So yeah, it's just going back home now. It's not the same, and a lot has changed. So I'm just like, you know what? Because I told myself at this age, I'll be going home for good because I want to spend time with my mom. I really want to spend time with her. But when I look in South Africa now, it's like, do you really want to go back? Are you going to be happy? Because, the crime, everything. Here we're free. You can hold your phone. You can go out at night without being worried. You put your headphones, listen to music at 1 a.m., minding your own business. There's so many things that I'm saying, you know what, I'm grateful I'm here, but I would be happy at home. Because people say, yes, it is going on. A lot is going on in South Africa, but home is home. And that is so true. Home is beautiful, but you don't feel safe at the moment. So, yeah, I'm in between, but I am grateful to be here.
Do you think you will get old here?
I don't think so, no.
What does it make you feel when you see like an elderly African, walking stick?
It's really sad. I don't like it. And this is one of the reasons why my mom went back home, because she said, Cindy, I don't see myself being old, running around, catching buses to do a cleaning job or doing whatever job that I'm doing. I'd rather be at home, enjoy myself at home. When my mom, before she left, she was so depressed.
There's loneliness.
She was suicidal. She was something else. She had to go. She had high blood pressure. You name it, she had it. She was home for 3 months. High blood pressure disappeared. She was looking. If you look at my mom, she's turning 70 next year. If you see her, you would think she's 50 something. She looks good. She loves South. She loves being at home. She wakes up in the morning. She sweeps the floor. She enjoys the weather. She enjoys saying, "Oh, there's no electricity, Cindy. There's no electricity. Oh my God, load shedding. Oh my God, Cindy." I'm like, Mom, this is why I'm not gonna come home, because this load shedding I don't understand. When I left, there was no load shedding. You understand? So I don't know what you're talking. She's like, but Cindy, you don't understand. You have to be here to experience. Yes, there's a lot that is going on, but still, it's beautiful.
I think that's a sign that she became too British. Like, who enjoys load shedding?
She does, yeah. She did actually. No, she does.
She's starting to think like white people. Oh, it's romantic. Let's make candles. For us, candles remind us of poverty. Do not invite me to no candlelit dinner. It reminds me of poverty back in my village.
It was so frustrating when I went home in April, actually, for Easter, because there were floodings in KZN.
Oh, I remember I was home then.
Oh, my God. It was frustrating. No water, no electricity. It's like, I don't know. I've never experienced that in my life. It was horrible. I was like, Mom, sorry, girl. I'm not staying here.
When I arrived, I'm from KwaMashu, a township. One of the most violent townships in South Africa.
Saying it with pride.
Of course. It raised me. Like when I was growing up, we had a nightclub. I don't know if it's still there. I will not mention the name. It was very popular. Maybe you know it. I will tell you.
Okay.
In KwaMashu. When you go there, there'll be bodyguards. What you call them? Bouncers.
Bouncers, yeah.
Who are searching you.
Yeah.
And
Bouncers,
if you do not have a weapon to protect yourself, you are not going in. Because there is going to be a fight. You better have something with you. There is going to be a fight. And it was opposite our police station. So that's the place I come from. Even crazy. All the struggle songs of KwaMashu, like, I am not going to KwaMashu.
Yes, everybody was scared of KwaMashu.
Everyone was scared of KwaMashu. Yeah. I remember though when I first came here, and I just wanted to travel while I still had a visa. Mm-hmm. And I got my visa to go to France because I had seen a trip that was advertised to go to France for, those day trips they used to do back in the day. Mm-hmm. You go in the morning, buy the wine before the EU.
Yeah.
And then you come back. Me, I saw OAP.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was the name of a company. I booked the flight. I was the youngest. I think the person who was the youngest after me was maybe 85. I traveled all the way. I didn't know that OAP was for old age people.
The youngest was how old?
Maybe 85.
The youngest?
I was the youngest, and then the one after me was about 85. I went to France.
But you went to France?
But I went
Now
to
you went to France. Okay, that's nice.
And it became very interesting. I had some nice conversations, but all of them were short.
Oh my God.
And I kept, because I then noticed everyone is old here. And then I realized, okay, I'm on the wrong trip. And they were asking me my age, and I would tell them, oh, I'm 89. They're like, how come you look so fresh? Black don't crack.
Wait, you told them you were 89?
But you look so fit. We don't need the gym because we have to walk to the river to get the water. That's our exercise every day. Try living in Africa. So I left all those people thinking, oh, African people are so fit.
And so blessed.
Yeah. They're like, oh, he's so blessed.
Oh my God.
It's in the melanin.
Yes, but it is true anyway. It's very true, you know. Like I was saying, if you see my mom, I'm sure your mom as well, like she looks very young and strong. My mom can walk miles, you know. And she used to say, people used to think I'm crazy. I'm always walking. I don't want a car. I don't want anything like that. It's because she was here, so she knows walking. It's a part of exercise, you know.
Yeah, I can walk. The one I can't do is running because I ran too much being chased by the police back in South Africa. So
Yes.
I don't understand running for nothing. Other
Yes,
exercises
that's
I can
another
do.
topic as well.
But
Yes,
the running,
that-
miss me on that one.
yes. Okay. Yes, that was actually very interesting. I mean, I don't know, guys. As we said, please would like you to support. We're gonna be here, and we're gonna be on other platforms as well. So if you see or hear our podcast, please do share and tell us what you think about it.
And we tried our best to introduce ourselves. So if there's anything that you would like to know about us,
yep.
please do ask.
Do ask,
Do
exactly.
ask, and
yeah.
we will answer your questions.
We will.
Uh,
As long as it's not personal.
it can be personal, but if it's way too personal.
It can't be too personal.
But then
it has
you
to
never
be.
know what is too personal. For some people, age is personal. For
Exactly.
me, age is not personal. Because especially I'm at an age that my parents didn't live to. So I find it as a blessing. So I talk about my age. Well, sometimes not.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends where I am.
If the man asking me out is looking younger, sometimes
Exactly. It depends on the situation, right? So there you go. So, yeah.
yeah, so please do ask sensible questions.
Yep.
And obviously, we are sharing our own experiences. We are not saying that it's your experience. We would like to hear your experience. And if you would like to come and live abroad in any country, there are so many things that you need to research
Absolutely.
before you go.
Absolutely.
And also be careful. There are so many scams.
Absolutely.
There are so many scams of people promising people heaven on earth and promising people that they will bring them abroad. And there are so many love scams as well.
Yep.
So many people on
Yep.
these dating sites, because I know a lot of people are into dating sites to try and get someone abroad. The scammers are very much aware of
Be
that.
very careful,
So
guys.
be careful.
Yeah, both men and
women.
yeah, it both goes
Yeah.
both ways. And they don't care how old you are.
No, they don't.
They don't really care.
Yeah, so be very careful. Make sure you do your research. It's possible to come abroad. Just do your research.
Absolutely. We are going to be talking about a lot of things, guys. This is going to be very interesting. Like we said, this is our first show, and trust me, there'll be more to come. And some of them, I'm sure there'll be tears, there'll be laughter as we've been laughing. But yeah, and yeah, we're going to do this. I hope you enjoyed our show. This is me, Msindos, with my girl.
Thenjiwe, and I hope next time I won't be sweating like this.
Listen, it's
hot in
summertime.
here.
It is summertime. I'm sweating. I had to take a tissue. It was just too much. It was just too much. So if you see this, I'm wiping
But then
myself.
what do you
It is
expect?
hot. It is hot.
It's summer.
It's
Two
summer.
hot
It's-
black ladies.
You know, no, like you need to understand why I'm holding a tissue in my hand. It's really hot. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Hopefully you join us next time.
Yes, it will be nice if you can share.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for listening to us. We love you, and this is Africans Living Abroad with Thenjiwe and
Msindos.
thank you.
Bye.